The frigid Detroit wind cut through the downtown streets as fans hurried toward Little Caesars Arena. Terry Crews pulled his coat tighter, grateful for the warmth awaiting inside. He was back in his hometown for the holidays, and a Pistons versus Lakers game felt like the perfect way to reconnect with the city that shaped him. Inside, the arena buzzed with pre-game energy. Families clutched hot chocolate, kids pressed against barriers hoping to see their heroes, and the familiar sounds of warm-ups echoed from the court. Terry settled into his courtside seat, feeling that familiar rush of gratitude. 20 years ago, seats like these were impossible dreams. During the first quarter, something caught Terry's attention in the upper sections. A young black girl, maybe 14, sat alone wearing an oversized Pistons jersey that had seen better days. She clutched a small, worn backpack and watched the game with an intensity that went beyond normal fandom, like someone trying to memorize every moment. The girl never left her seat during timeouts, never bought concessions, never talked to anyone around her. When the arena erupted after spectacular plays, she'd smile briefly, but it never reached her eyes. There was something about her careful stillness, the way she seemed to take up as little space as possible, that tugged at Terry's heart. His years, working with at-risk youth, had taught him to recognize the signs, the hypervigilance, the worn clothes too big for her frame, the way she savored every moment as if unsure when she'd experience something like this again. During a second quarter timeout, Terry made a decision that would change both their lives. Terry made his way through the arena levels, politely declining photo requests from fans, explaining he was on a mission. When he reached the girls' section, he observed her more closely. Her jersey was frayed, her sneakers had holes covered with duct tape, and despite the arena's warmth, she was shivering. "Excuse me," Terry said gently, sitting in the empty seat beside her. "Mind if I join you? The view from up here is actually incredible." The girl looked up with startled eyes, clearly not expecting acknowledgement. She clutched her backpack tighter, body tensing as if ready to flee. "I'm Terry," he continued calmly. "I was down in those fancy seats, but honestly, I think you found the best spot in the house." Recognition slowly dawned on her face. "You're Terry Crews," she whispered. "From TV." "That's me," Terry smiled warmly. "But right now, I'm just another Pistons fan wondering how we're going to come back from this deficit. What's your name?" "Maya," she replied hesitantly. "Beautiful name. So tell me, longtime Pistons fan or Lakers fan here for LeBron?" Despite her wariness, Maya's face lit up slightly. "Pistons forever. My dad used to bring me to games when I was little. Said Detroit basketball was in our blood." Terry noticed the past tense but didn't push. "Your dad sounds smart. Ever hear about the bad boys era?" "Of course," Maya said, voice growing stronger. "Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman. My dad had their jerseys in our living room." Terry felt his chest tighten. This girl was clearly dealing with loss, but still found joy in these memories. As the third quarter began, they watched together. Terry shared his basketball enthusiasm, making casual observations about player strategies. Gradually, Maya relaxed, even laughing at Terry's animated reactions to referee calls. "You really love this game," Maya observed. "I do, but more than that, I love how it brings people together," Terry said. "Look around. Rich, poor, young, old, all cheering for the same thing." Maya looked around with new eyes. "Never thought about it like that. Growing up here in Detroit, my family didn't have much. Games like this seemed impossible, but I dreamed that someday—" He gestured around them. "Dreams take time, but they're worth holding on to. What if dreams seem impossible now?" Maya asked quietly. The question pierced Terry's heart. "Then you find people who believe in your dreams until you can believe again." As the fourth quarter began with the Pistons mounting a comeback, Maya seemed to make an internal decision. She turned to Terry, her young face showing premature maturity. "Can I tell you something?" she asked. Of course, Terry replied, giving full attention. I bought this ticket with money from returning cans and bottles. Took 3 weeks to save $40. Maya's voice was steady, matter of fact. I know it sounds stupid. Spending money on a game when I need it for other things. Terry felt his throat tighten. Doesn't sound stupid at all. Sounds like you needed hope. Maya nodded, tears forming. My dad died 8 months ago. Heart attack at work. We didn't have savings. And my mom? She tried, but started drinking more. One day she just left. Said she couldn't handle it. Terry's hands clenched, not from anger at Maya, but fury at a world that could abandon a child so completely. I've been staying at shelters sometimes, with friends when possible, but mostly I figure it out day by day. Social workers keep trying foster care, but I've heard stories. Kids who get moved around, age out with nothing. How long have you been alone? Terry asked gently. 4 months, she replied, wiping her eyes. I know what you're thinking. Some homeless kid who needs rescuing, but I'm not helpless. I go to school most days, keep my grades up, don't do drugs or cause trouble. Terry felt tears threatening. This 14-year-old's strength was both inspiring and heartbreaking. She fought so hard to maintain dignity while the world stripped away her security. Maya, you're absolutely right. You're not helpless. You're one of the strongest people I've met, Terry said firmly. But being strong doesn't mean carrying everything alone. Sometimes strength means letting people help. Maya looked at him with 2 knowing eyes. People say they'll help, but they always want something back, or make you feel like charity. What if the person being helped is actually doing the helping? Terry asked. Meeting you tonight is exactly what I needed. Success can make you forget what matters. You remind me why I do this work. As the final buzzer sounded with the Pistons' miraculous comeback victory, Terry turned to Maya with matching intensity. Maya, listen carefully, he said. What I'm offering has no strings attached, no conditions that would make you feel like anything other than the remarkable young woman you are. Maya's eyes widened, sensing life-changing moments ahead. I can't undo your past, can't promise perfection, but I can promise choices, real choices, not just survival decisions. Terry pulled out his buzzing phone. I've been making calls during timeouts. I know people who specialize in helping young people like you, not because something's wrong with you, but because you deserve every opportunity to chase dreams. What opportunities? Maya whispered. Safe housing while you finish school. Academic support for anything you've missed. Counseling when you're ready. Most importantly, people who will believe in your potential when you can't. Maya stared, tears streaming. Why do this for someone you just met? Because someone took a chance on me when I was struggling. They saw potential I couldn't see. Every success since started with that investment. Terry stood, extending his hand. Game's over. But if you're willing, ours is beginning. Are you hungry? I know a great place downtown. Maya looked at his hand, then slowly took it. I'm starving, she admitted, with her first genuine smile. As they left, Terry's phone buzzed with responses. His assistant had connected with youth residential programs, educational advocates, and trauma counselors. 1 year later, Maya stood on Renaissance High School's graduation stage, delivering the valedictorian speech. In the front row sat Terry and his family, beaming as Maya spoke about resilience and believing in yourself when the world seems against you. Sometimes life knocks you down so hard you forget your strength, Maya said clearly. But if you're lucky, someone reminds you that you were never broken in the first place. She looked at Terry, tears of gratitude shining. A year ago, I thought my story was ending. Tonight I know it's beginning. This fall, I'll attend Wayne State on full scholarship, majoring in social work to be that person for other kids who need someone to believe. The auditorium erupted, but Terry's eyes stayed on Maya, remembering the scared girl who taught him that heroes come in all sizes. Maya's Instagram post later read, From nosebleeds to front row, in games and life, thank you, Terry Crews, for seeing me when invisible. Grateful. Pay it forward. Terry's response. You saved me as much as I saved you. Can't wait to see how you change the world. Thank you for watching this incredible story about hope and human connection. If this touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs reminding that their dreams matter. Tell us about times when someone believed in you, or when you lifted someone else up. Together, we can ensure no young person faces challenges alone. Hit that notification bell for more inspiring content, celebrating compassion and human strength.